Welcome everyone to City Council meeting for Monday, December 14th. Madam Clerk, you can call roll call to establish a quorum.
David Mitchell?
Here.
Terry McClung is absent. Trace Eller?
Here.
Bob Thomas?
Here.
Peggy Schneider? Here. James DeVito? Absent.
If we can stand and pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any additions, deletions? You want to go ahead and do this?
Yes, please.
All right, we got approval of the special meeting minutes. Everybody got a hold of those? Put that on the agenda. Nothing else. All those in favor of the agenda as amended, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Did everybody get a copy of the approval of the minutes, or the minutes for November 23rd? Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any additions, corrections? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, unanimous. And did everybody get a chance to read the special meeting minutes? And if so, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Any opposed? So moved. I'm not sure. I think we have Melissa Greene's application for renewal on the Planning Commission. See, her term expires on January 1st. Yes, ma'am.
Move to go ahead and renew Melissa so she can continue right on with no break.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor of approving Melissa Greene on Planning Commission, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. And no public comments? No public for comments? All right. That puts us down to our unfinished business of Ordinance 2234, which is a raising of water rates in the third reading. I get a motion to...
Motion to discuss.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Or any discussion? Okay. And all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion to read by title only.
We do have some modifications on there.
Oh,
Save that for discussion now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Take back my motion.
I see how do we handle that? We have to reread it again as amended, or how do we do that, Mr. Richardson?
Actually, what I would suggest is you simply read it by title, and then someone point out the various amendments that you want to make individually.
So we have the motion to read it by title, and that's seconded, so now we can
Vote that, then
and then vote it and do this. Okay.
and then do that after you've actually read it by title.
Okay.
Who voted? Mickey, you voted to read the title. Who seconded, please?
I moved to read
I
by
did.
title and he seconded.
Thank you.
Seconded.
So we need to go ahead and vote on that, or go ahead and discuss?
Vote on the title. It's reading it by title.
Okay.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Ms. Eller?
Yes.
Ms. Schneider?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
4-0.
All right, we have, and I'll go ahead and discuss the changes that we talked about the last time. In the title, we include where it said services rendered by the water facility of the water and sewer system. We've eliminated the words of the water and sewer system. So that is marked through. In the second paragraph where we're talking about whereas the city owns and operates the water and sewer facility, we're striking out and sewer. And then in the sixth paragraph, section 1, subsection A, the last sentence, once again, where it states that we have the water facility of the city water and sewer system, we're striking out and sewer. And I think we want the emergency clause, or that's up for the council to decide to go ahead and initiate the emergency clause or not.
When we hit the third time, why do we need an emergency clause?
30 days.
Because we got 30 days.
Oh, the 30-day thing.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we better leave it in probably.
Okay. So does everybody understand? Yes, sir.
In that first paragraph, if you take out "and sewer," then that paragraph really doesn't make any sense.
City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, the city owns and operates, should be the water facility, owns, operates the water facility.
Which are operated as a single integrated municipal undertaking. What would be the integration there?
Owns and operates water and sewer facilities. I think you may be right, Bob.
Water facility would work, but it'd probably be better the other way.
So just strike integrated, and then it'll come back in line. Just strike the word integrated also, and it would make it operated as a single municipal undertaking, and then it would be fine.
So
Also strike.
owns and operates a water facility which are operated as a single municipal undertaking.
Yeah, scratch integrated, and then...
Striking integrated. Does that make more sense to you?
Pardon?
Does that make sense?
Water facilities are operated as a single municipal undertaking.
Okay, it should be probably which is operated.
Oh, I automatically did is.
Scratch R and put is.
Yeah, which is operated,
Yeah.
Well,
It's
singular.
Yep.
well, it says facilities, so that you have to address that.
Well, if we're going to make it
Facility.
singular, now it's facility.
Why don't you just strike out starting with which and strike out the rest of the sentence?
Owns and operates the water facility.
the water facility.
And whereas, does that work, Tim?
Strike it. Well, I think Bob may have it right. Strike out from the word which, and then leave your, at the end, in the parentheses, the system. Because that refers throughout the rest of it as the system.
Okay.
Operates the water facility, no, wait.
Owns and
Operates the water
the-
facility as a single operating system. Okay, I get it, yeah.
Okay. So that sentence should read now, whereas the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, the city, the princess, owns and operates water facility, which
Just leave out the which and just put the system,
the system and, then goes on to the next
then
paragraph.
to the next paragraph.
Got it.
It should be the water facility.
Okay.
Proper grammar.
Any other thoughts?
So now what do we need, the motion?
Motion to make those amendments. Then that'll have to be a roll call vote, and then motion to approve as amended.
Okay.
I make a motion that we amend ordinance 2234 as previously
Approve the amendments.
I make a motion to approve the amendments to ordinance 2234.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay.
Ms. Schneider?
Yes.
Ms. Zeller?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
All right, so moved.
So now the title?
You can read it now, yeah.
An ordinance amending Chapter 10.44.04 of the Municipal Code of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, establishing rates for services rendered by the water facilities of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and prescribing other matters relating thereto.
Yes, ma'am.
Make a motion to invoke the emergency clause and read for passage.
No, we need approval of the motion, of the
Yeah. Do your
Yeah,
approval.
We haven't approved yet.
ordinance as amended.
Change your motion.
Or approve, yeah.
Accept the motion. What? Oh, make a motion to accept?
Yes.
To approve the
Third reading.
third
To
reading.
approve the reading.
Yeah. All right.
Second.
Any discussion?
Ms. Schneider?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Zeller?
Yes.
4-0. Now,
Now,
Make a motion to invoke the emergency clause for passage immediately.
Second.
any discussion? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just basically don't see the emergency here. What is the emergency?
Losing $8,000 a month.
30 days. If we don't read the emergency clause, we have to wait 30 days to put it into effect.
And it's going, and it'll cost the city another $8,000.
But we've lost $8,000 a month for 10 months or something.
I don't think it should be our fiscal responsibility to go ahead and, invoke the emergency clause, in my opinion, so we don't lose another $8,000.
Whether we've lost 2 or 10, it's wrong.
Well, I just think it's, and certainly I'd hate to lose $8,000, but I think we're getting put loose and fancy free with use of the emergency clause. So that's all.
Well, at least the people know what we've been doing with this. It's not like we did all 3 in one night,
Right.
And that's our biggest problem, or any council's problem. If you do 3 readings in one night, then it's not fair to the people unless it's dire. So,
And I think that's what we said at the last meeting. James brought up that he wanted people to have at least the third 2 weeks to go on record. I didn't hear anything.
me either.
We need the money.
Absolutely. Any other comments? All right, all those in favor? Yep. Okay, roll call. Yep.
Mr. Thomas?
What are we voting on?
The emergency.
Reading the emergency clause. Ms. Zeller?
Yes.
Ms. Schneider?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Yes.
4-1. Section 6, emergency clause. Because the proposed water rate increases are necessary for the efficient operations of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas water system, an emergency is hereby declared to exist. And since approval of the water system rate increases is necessary for the preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and continuance of public services, this ordinance shall take effect and be in force from and after its passage and approval.
Thank you all. And our next order of business is new business on the resolution for the parking lot lease.
Motion to discuss.
Second.
This is a lease. I guess I need a vote. Any discussion on that? Go ahead and, do we need to vote on that? Okay. We basically have a lease with the county from January to January, and this is following up with that lease where we get to lease the parking lot around the courthouse that we do every year. And this is our standard lease resolution that we've always done. Now, I have not seen, of course, any of the agreement. All this is doing is allowing me to negotiate with the county judge for the lease agreements. Anything that comes up will have to come before the council for the final approval.
Do we make money?
Yes.
We do make money at the end of the year.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you think
And I can't tell you exactly
that's okay.
what it is right off the top of my head.
it's in black, which is nice.
Yes, yeah.
It's thousands.
Okay. And okay. And you don't think it's going? No chance. You think you're going to negotiate pretty flat to what it was last year? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it depends. We've had because of our issue with fixing the drainage tunnel and the grant. The county judge seemed to think that was our responsibility to take care of that drainage tunnel that's underneath the parking lot, even though we've determined that it was county's responsibility, and we went and got a grant on behalf of the county. There's some people with the quorum court that did discuss whether or not they should take the parking lot back. Because they seem to think, because we do make money, that they would want to take money. But they also seem to forget, as in with any business, we're making money, it also costs. We've got the enforcement with the police officers, we got the maintenance of the meters that go along with it. We've got, if a meter goes bad, we have to buy a new meter for it.
Well, there are meters anyway. They're not theirs.
Absolutely. So, there are costs involved with that, but overall, we still make money on that. Now, what the county takes it over, they're going to have to enforce all of those issues, and whether they want to come in, and it's going to cost them probably more money. So hopefully, we'll negotiate for the same amount, but that still remains to be seen.
And they wouldn't have our meters.
And they wouldn't have our meters, so it would cost them quite a bit to get it up to standards.
And if you get a lease agreement with them that costs more than it does now, did you just say it would come back to us? Or because it says we authorize you to negotiate and execute, so it looks like we're giving you total control to do that.
Well, if it comes in over what we're paying right now, I would certainly come back and see what the commission wants, the council wants to do.
Yeah. They'd have to hire somebody to come over here and collect the money.
Yep.
And if they don't want to buy new meters, we can rent them ours, but we will rent them for the same amount that we make.
Well, and we'd probably also, enforce it for this,
There you go.
we'd have a profit on our meters and our enforcement too.
There you go.
So
We'll just negotiate.
we'll see how the county and the quorum court wants to go on this. But, we finally did realize they ended up receiving 75, we got the grant for $140,000. The county ended up 75% of the money, and we ended up with 25%. So it ended up being, I thought, a very equitable situation. Basically, we ended up paying, we used some labor for supervision and for work of the concrete work. And we also had the surfacing and the painting and the striping. We had almost a little over $20,000 to resurface the lot and stripe it. And that's just for that portion. So it was quite a bit of money, or what I thought was. Anyway. Any other thoughts?
Do you need a motion?
Can we get a motion to assign a number and read the resolution for passage?
I make a motion that we assign this resolution a number and read it for passage.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay. Do we need a roll call?
Wouldn't hurt.
All right.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Seller?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
4-0. The resolution number will be 673. A resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas to negotiate and execute a parking lot lease agreement for the Carroll County Western District Courthouse parking lots by and between the county of Carroll County, Arkansas as lessor and the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas as lessee. Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. The mayor of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas is hereby authorized to negotiate and execute a lease agreement for the Carroll County Western District Courthouse parking lot by and between the county of Carroll County, Arkansas as lessor and the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas as lessee, whereby said city agrees to lease the following described property: the existing parking lots immediately surrounding and adjacent to the Carroll County Western District Courthouse, located at 44 South Main Street, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Such parking lots presently occupying the property directly north, east, and south of said courthouse and bounded by distinct barriers, such as the auditorium, First Street, and curbs, respectively, for a term of 1 year, commencing on January 1, 2016, and ending at midnight on December 31, 2016.
Our next item on the agenda is scheduling a workshop for our budget review. Lonnie, does anybody, because this is Christmas month, can I get a motion to discuss, I guess?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Lonnie's going to be in and out. He's got a lot of extra vacation time that he wasn't able to take advantage of. But does anybody else have any time? Are y'all going to be basically in town
Now, are you talking prior to the end of this year?
through the end of the month? Yeah.
I'm going out of town the 20th, and I have x-rays on the 17th. in the afternoon.
When will you be back?
Probably 28.
Okay, I'm going to be gone. I'll be back on the 28th also. I'm going to have Kim, since James and Terry aren't here, Kim, try to get a hold of you, see if we can get a budget workshop before the end of the year. We've got some, see what dates are good for y'all on there.
And we have until January 15th to
January
approve it.
31st.
Oh, the 31st. So we really have the first part of January, too.
We've got, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make it.
Do you know how bad that sucks, waiting until January to start working on it?
Yeah.
No, we're not starting working on it. We're wrapping it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we're
Hopefully, we're
Okay.
wrapping it.
we're finishing it up. Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything where it's going to be any major issues. It's just a matter of us
Last time.
sitting down and discussing where we are and where we're going and how we're going to get there.
Did we get the tax money coming in from the taxes that we add to the revenue to this budget from, well, where do we get money from the state yet? Do we have all the revenue coming in for this year? Have we received it?
No, we won't get any of that, all that information until January for December.
Okay,
We've
so
got, and I don't even know where we are with our November tax revenues yet.
Okay, so we won't really actually know how much money we made this year that we had at the end of the year until January.
Yeah.
We won't know what our balances are.
We won't be able to finalize our books, you might say, until until January, which is
Okay.
normally what we always do.
Yeah.
Well, we'll close December out, which technically should close the year out, except then there's still amendments or there's adjustments thereafter sometimes because of slow revenue.
Yes.
So-
We'll have a budget amendments in January, February.
It'll be close, but it'll still be off.
Yeah. So, if that's okay with everybody, we'll just see we'll get Kim to schedule something and see if we can get something before the end of the year with everybody.
It should be acknowledged, though, that this year we had 3-4 workshops? 3?
Three or four.
3 or 4 workshops preceding up to this point. We had them well in advance of last-minute preparation, and council was able to sit in and listen to department heads and get great detail. That it has,
Yeah.
and it made the process to this point a very, very good one.
Well, yeah, and I was pretty pleased with everything, and we know about where all the departments are and what our capital needs are, and what we're going to do on that, on there. So, all right. If there's nothing else, anybody have anything for agenda setting? David?
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Joyce, you want to have any comments?
Yeah, I want to comment that I really think that the town looks great, and I think that the decorations on Plainer Hill at the entrance and going down the hill look really great. I don't know how those wreaths, if those are the same ones we've been using, but they're looking good. I don't know what you guys did to spruce them up like that, but I think coming into town at night is really a pleasant experience because of the way the hill looks. And I think the person who did it, and who was that?
That was the Parks Department.
The Parks Department. I think they should be complimented for it. I think it was money well spent. I think it puts people in the mood to be here.
Thank you. Melissa? I mean, Miss Melissa. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mickey?
No, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year. Be safe. Spend lots. That's why I'm the only one. That's it.
David?
I want to echo what Joyce said, that I think town has a refreshing, clean, lively look to it. And money well spent. The store windows look good. I think it adds to the spirit of the holiday season, and it makes you feel good when you drive around. The springs look remarkable. I just don't ever recall the springs looking that dynamic and lit and lively, and I think it's great. And Merry Christmas to everybody, and Happy New Year.
Up?
Well, I'd just like to comment on the Christmas parade, which was fantastic this year. Everybody I've talked to thought it was the best parade they've seen in a long time.
You did good. I want to thank the City Council. This is our last meeting of the year. It'll be my first full year of working with the city and all the city directors and the City Council. I want to thank y'all for everything that y'all have done in helping me go through this transition. I think we've accomplished quite a bit in through here. And like y'all talked about, I think the money that we spent, and we still have money left over we didn't spend it all, so we're going to have some extra money for next year. And a lot of the wreaths, what we did was I tried to encourage the parks to take the money and use LED lighting so they would last longer, and I think that's a lot of what the notice is. We had to redo a lot of the lights on the wreaths and everything, but I think, like everybody's noticed, we've done a good job welcoming our visitors and our residents. I think it helps the whole town in through there. So, I think I'm real pleased with what the Parks Department Commission has done with the little bit of money that they've had. We've spent a lot of money in the past, and I don't think we've gotten near the results that we've gotten this time. So the parks need an extra hand and all the workers that went through there. Upcoming events, we've got the auditorium committee is going to have its first meeting at 4 o'clock at the Odd on the 17th of this month. And then on the 19th, we'll have Home for the Holidays, our annual EUREKA festivity over at the auditorium. And so we should have a lot of good local entertainment and artists for that. The City Hall offices will be closed on the 24th, the 25th, and also January the 1st. And then our next regular scheduled City Council meeting will be January the 11th next year on there. But again, I want to thank you all for working with me and getting everything accomplished that we've gotten accomplished this year.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, it is. Quite a transition. And Mickey, I said it was quite a change going from planning to the city council, and it's even a bigger change going from city council to the mayor's office on there. But anyway, anybody have any other comments? If not, motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, thank you.